So I was scrolling through YouTube today and trying to find a video to react to, and I saw this title right here. I slept through my son's birth. What? And I thought, that seems odd. That doesn't seem like a thing you'd be able to do. And Dane was asking me before we hit the record button, and he was like, is that the, tell me that's the dude. And I was like,
that's the dude, right?
I don't think it is. So we're gonna watch this today. And before we do, check out Dane on Buff Pro on YouTube and Twitch. Check out the Toasty Games channel. The Toasty Games channel is almost at 200,000 subscribers, by the way. So if you're not subscribed to the Toasty Games channel, please go down in the description, click on it, subscribe, come back, watch the video, whatever. Get my flashlight out. There we go. I can see now. 200,000, baby. And we're still trying to get to 10 million on this channel too, so keep subscribing.
Jodie Robson can fall asleep for days at a time.
Dang.
And as a result, has missed some of the biggest events of her life.
Days at a time? She must have had whatever I had back in college. You know, we had the same thing.
You sleep on your old couch that we used to record on? That's crazy.
That's when it's fall straight to sleep. It's back. Pumpkin spice brake fluid. Yay. You dying over there? You losing?
I'm dying.
All right, we'll keep. Dane's gonna go to sleep. We'll keep looking at memes. Don't worry.
The longest I've been asleep is, I think, about 11 days. My eldest son, I don't remember his birth at all. I think I went into an episode the day before I went into labour.
Jeez, 11 days. She went to sleep before the baby was born and didn't wake up until after. Well, I guess God, how that birth? She can't push. They had to cut the baby out, right? She slept.
Don't know.
Did they like give her? They give her medicine for it, or did they expect her just to sleep?
They didn't have to. She's already asleep.
I don't know if I call that sleep. She just goes into comas from time to time. What the heck?
11 days. Imagine going to sleep being like, man.
I was trying to. I'm just like, oh, it's Tuesday. Let me wake up and it's.
What do you mean I had a kid?
I'm late for work.
What do you mean I got fired last week?
Yeah, how did she go to school and function? Like, when did this start?
While her family is supportive, her condition puts strain on her relationships.
Because I'm on call 24/7 with the job I do, I have to phone around, obviously try and get some help with the boys.
They got the kids in there trying to wake her up. I wonder if she was actually asleep having an episode, or if they're just like, here, give us an example of like what it's like when you sleep, and she just goes in there. All right, boys, get her. They're yelling at her.
Jump on her.
KLS is a very rare condition. Having episodes lasting up to 11 days where you sleep continuously, then having weeks between another episode is quite typical.
They call it KLS?
Klein-Levin syndrome. So yeah, KLS. All right. Somebody named it after themselves and fell asleep, I guess.
The 24-year-old had her first experience of the condition when she was 12.
I went to a friend's sleepover. I felt really weird and tired, and I just went to sleep and I didn't wake up for about 8 days.
Dang. Imagine going over to your friend's house, going to sleep. What, they think she died? I don't know.
Right.
They didn't know she had a condition at that point.
Wow.
It's like, hey, get up. It's time to get up. She won't get up. Oh, she's just so lazy, right? And then she's like, she's really not. And then like I'm sure the parents are like, she's just playing or whatever. And I pick her up and carry her, and then like, it's enough. All right, get up.
Sleep, dude. Like,
yeah. What's going on here? She's still breathing. What do we do? You know, that whole conversation. Do we like take her to the hospital? Do we call somebody? Do we wait until tomorrow and see if she's awake? If she's still playing? You know, all these questions. That had to be pretty scary.
Yeah.
We was really shocked. I was worried when Jodie first fell asleep.
Since then, Jodie has had over 50 episodes, sleeping through birthdays, holidays, and Christmases.
What's he smoldering at me for? Like, what? Hang on, what is that picture? He's just like, yeah. What are you posing over here? What's going on, huh? Yes, I'm on call 24/7, ladies. You know, call me up.
Get my good side.
Don't worry, my wife will be asleep for 11 days. God.
Even though Jodie may look awake during her episodes, they can be frightening for her and those around her.
When Jodie fell asleep at Christmas, it was horrible. Yeah, she was awake and opening presents and stuff like that, but you could just tell she wasn't herself. So
it's not just she goes to sleep. It's like when she said she started feeling weird at the sleepover. Like she just goes into like kind of a weird haze or whatever, I guess, and then goes to sleep.
But then still functions?
Yeah, I guess like, you know, like being like really tired and like still doing stuff, maybe.
Like a groggy, cloudy state?
That's what I imagined from the way they're explaining it. And she's just like going through the motions and it's like, I'm tired, I gotta go to sleep. And then just being done for 2 weeks.
When she's coming out of it, she's really sleepy, drowsy. She like walked really funny. But when she's out of it, great.
Well, I mean, I bet you walk funny after you haven't moved for over a week. I'm surprised you can walk. Bro, like eating food and everything, like the malnourishment.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, the diet has to be like, all right, I'm awake. Eat as many calories as I can.
Let me fatten myself
who
up
knows?
before I fast again.
Yeah.
You know, when you play Skyrim and you don't play it for like a week and you forget where you were and you got to start like a new game over with because you just can't remember what you were doing and you're not into it anymore. It's got to be terrible. She's always got to be starting video games over. She's never going to finish the Elder Scrolls. It's horrible. I was going to say Elden Ring. That's why I stuttered so much. I was like, Elden Ring. Well, same thing, though. You know, geez, you lose your skills after a week. You got to keep practicing.
Damn.
The sleeping part's not so much scary. It's the recovery afterwards. You're scared that you're not going to be out back to normal completely. The days just drag away.
Those days dragging away too. It's not like she's just good after she wakes up. So does she go to sleep again? Like when it's nighttime, does she go to sleep or does she just like stay awake until it's time to have another episode?
Ooh, I don't know.
With her episodes is difficult enough. Jodie has the added frustration of being undiagnosed.
Undiagnosed. How are you undiagnosed?
Wow.
She's how old? The first one was she's 12 at the time they recorded this. She was 24.
And this is a common thing.
And she's not she hasn't like went to the doctor or anything about this? Huh?
Wow.
Although she believes she has KLS and has found support from other sufferers on Facebook.
She's found a support group. You kidding me? She sounds like she's from the UK too. Why can't she can't she just go to the doctor for free?
It's important for me to get diagnosed with KLS because it'd be a weight off my shoulders and my family's shoulders after 10 years of having these, we call them funny turns.
I just don't understand.
After 10 years.
Like, hey man, I fall asleep for like 2 weeks at a time and it's weird. And they go, huh? Well, whatever, I'm sure you're fine.
Very often what people say is that it's almost like being in a dream. They just have this little images that they can remember. People will sleep through almost anything. How the sleep is a deep and devastating occurrence during the KLS episodes.
So it's deep. It reminds me of the whole theory and concept of our consciousness being a product of just how our body works. Like our consciousness is needed to function and eat and do what we need to do and like control things. But like you can't consciously make your heart beat and you can't consciously digest things, right? Like your brain automatically takes care of that stuff. And your consciousness is just another part of all that. And they use the example of when you go to sleep, how, you do dream, right? But like you're unconscious mostly. Or when they put you to sleep and you're unconscious, like you're recovering and your consciousness isn't needed at that time. Right. Which is kind of like eerie because like your consciousness is like what you identify as yourself.
That is a little eerie.
And so to think that like that could possibly be just a part of your body's function, your brain function, and not like a soul or things like that is, you get into the whole religious aspect of it at that point. But it's like very frightening, like how like your memories are in your brain. So your memories being part of your body, when your body decays, so does your memories. And so, like, if you go to an afterlife that does it exist or not? If you go to heaven, are you still going to have your memories because they're stored in your physical body? Very deep conversation that when you really think about it, it makes a lot of people quite uncomfortable. So I apologize for bringing that up, but still, it is what it makes me think about when I'm watching that.
But while Jodie waits for a diagnosis, she's determined to make each day count.
Dang! Checked him, threw him on the ground, and then Dad came up and kicked him in the back.
Oh, yeah, bam, bam! Stay down, kid!
There's no weakness in this family, bam!
When I'm not in an episode...
Oh, he did kick him. He actually...
Oh, he really did?
He actually did kick him.
No!
I was just making the joke because I paused it right there on that spot. I thought he was like putting his foot past him. He kicked him over.
Me too.
That's what I'm talking about, Dad. Make every day count. Raise them tough boys. Oh, Dad's already out of breath. Why do you keep looking at the camera like this? This dude's like freaking posing every time I look at him. I swear. Look. He's like running and he's like, baby, yeah, let me smile. Baywatch style, baby. What is that? I breastfeed my husband. What? Excuse me? We'll save that for later. All right. That's the end of that. That's the end of that one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Looking forward to our next reaction video. We're gonna watch this at some point. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Hope you didn't sleep through it. Say toast to my friends. I love you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Got so much cookie in my mouth.